Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews the movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 537, and it is your review of Agnes Varda's Kung Fu Master. As always, this is the Nerd Chicano here to host the show alongside my wonderful co-host, Brad Young Yoda.
To a wonderful Tuesday episode of the Nerd Core. Also, are you crinkling plastic over there?
Maybe.
Sir, I can hear it. And it bothers me. Put the plastic down. Put it down. Thank you.
Brad, hello, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope this episode finds you well wherever you're listening to this or watching this. I know you have not heard my voice in the past couple of days. Yep. So, as you all heard, yes, my internet did get messed up. That is 100% factually true. Michelle listened to what Kylie put in the chat and decided to pick up my stool, not as in poop, as in like the chair stool, and knocked over our modem. In that happening, the modem fell, and I'm guessing something fucked up inside of it, which caused our internet to be out for 2 days. So I couldn't be on the remainder of live show on Saturday. Couldn't, be on live show Sunday. And then it got fixed later in the day in Monday, and Brad was waiting for dinner, so we had to do it today. So, yeah, that is what happened.
So what you're saying is the team of the Share Club took out our champion.
Pretty much, yeah. Messed up the champ's time.
Hate to see it.
Yeah. It's not only is Michelle not allowed to listen to Kylie anymore. Michelle's not allowed to pick up chairs in my home anymore.
Are you getting pauses on your side still?
A what?
Or is that on my internet? You're
What
like
do you mean?
You're like stopping.
I mean, I'm like, humanly stopping because I'm doing pauses.
No, not humanly. It's more.
Oh no, man, I'm good.
Aside for some reason.
Okay. Well, either way, y'all, we're here to continue on with our Agnes Varda Month. I'm not gonna lie to you all. I am not going to be back into this apartment until the 30th, and that is going to be until Friday next week. So next week's episode is gonna sound not as well as this from my end because I'm not gonna have my mic on me. I'm literally probably gonna be on via AirPods, and I only have one AirPod.
Oh God.
So we're gonna see how that goes. But
speaking of that, before we go any farther, if you want to help us get better equipment for Raul,
no, it's not better equipment. I just
at patreon.com/thenerdcore. Shut up, bro.
I'm not allowed to
plugging here. I'm plugging here. Patreon.com/thenerdcore. Tiers as low as $1, and you go to support us. Thank you.
But please, y'all, I hope you know that I do have good equipment. It's just I'm not going to be here, and I'm not hauling my PC
here
and my freaking stuff. Right. Yeah, I'm not hauling it all the way back home just for a week.
You could haul a mic.
No, Brad, because then I have to take the PC to be able to run the mic because my laptop doesn't have any more storage. Yeah, my Mac is fucked on the storage side. But Brad, I want to stop talking about
hard drive. Don't you have a 4 terabyte hard drive? Can you just dump all the shit on that?
No, most of it is being taken by like what is labeled as other, which is not deletable. Yeah. Brad, enough of what I've been up to. I want to hear about what you've been up to, Brad.
All my coworkers are slowly being taken out by COVID, so I'm having like a repeat of 2 years ago during Christmas when I got COVID. I'm just like, fuck all you, all you old fucks getting sick, stay away from me. Like I don't need that in my life.
Yeah. Hey Kylie. Hey Stacy.
See any good cheers?
Fuck you. Go fuck
Whew.
yourself. Damn it, Brad. Time out to empty out the homework file. Shut up, man. Any good? Yeah, shut up. Shut up. Should have
Chair
billed it
shot.
directly to you. But luckily we were not billed. But Brad, we're gonna continue on today. We're gonna be talking about Kung Fu Master, and then of course on Thursday we are going to talk about the last, I believe is the last one for the well, yeah, the last 2022 release review of this year. We're gonna be talking about Tar, Tar, not like as in like what's in your teeth, Brad, but Tar.
Like
Yeah,
tar pits.
no,
Oh,
about Lydia Tar.
who?
Woof, woof.
Who?
Yeah, Kate Blanchett's new movie. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into this, Brad. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Cool. All right, my friends. So if you've never seen Kung Fu Master, then you won't want to get in. You want to get out of here. But if you have, or you just don't care about spoilers, then
They don't just
go
care.
ahead and stay. Either way, how any of that goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a I'm gonna go ahead and do it 10 counts since I'm still writing down my spoiler warning because I don't know where my spoiler warning went away. Went 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Yeah, I don't know where it went, but yeah, there you go. Um, all right, let's see this. Let's see this thing. What's it called? Who knew it'd only take a church to take it all without guess a church concerto would end him. Yeah, it would. Brother, who's looking up Kung Fu Master 1988 that isn't prepared for spoilers? We have a rule here. Anything before January 1st, 1970. I'm sorry, December 31st, 1969. It's fair game to not spoil. Anything after January 1st, 1970 is not good to spoil. Maybe one day we'll move it to 1980, but in the meantime, anything before the 70s has to be what's it called? Met with a spoiler warning. All right, Brad. I'm going to be reading from a combination of three different sources because they only have two freaking sentences on this. So I'm going to go ahead and first read from Criterion.com. They have a really nice introduction done here for us. So, Kung Fu Master, made concurrently with Agnes Varda's portrait of Jane Birkin, that the Jane Birkin, the creator of the Birkin bag.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Jane B. Pa Agnes V. Kung Fu Master is a true family affair, achieving a sense of lived-in intimacy by casting the actors' real-life relatives, including daughters Charlotte Gainsbourg, Lou Doilan, as themselves. Varda and Birkin give the familiar themes of a misunderstood couple searching for a place where their love can survive a provocative twist in this daring romance, in which Birkin, who wrote the story that provided the inspiration for the film, plays a middle-aged woman involved with a 14-year-old video game obsessed boy. Varda's real-life son, Mathieu Demy. The taboo relationship plays out with supreme delicacy and restraint as Varda transforms the explosive premise into a disarmingly tender portrait of a woman's search for lost youth. Of course, directed by Agnes Varda, written by Jane Birkin and Agnes Varda, and cinematography is done by Pierre-Laurent Chamu, and it sits at an hour and 20 minutes and was released in March 9th, 1988. Uh, like, oh my god. So a little bit of trivia about Kung Fu Master. Um,
There's very little kung fu.
Director Agnes Varda later admitted that the title Kung Fu Master was terribly misleading on a commercial viewpoint. Some foreign distributors even bought the film on the wrong impression it really dealt with the wild adventures of martial arts warrior. Jane Birkin is the real life mother of both Charlotte Gainsbourg and Lou Dillon. Yep. Matthew Demi is the son of director Agnes Varda and Jacques Demy, named after the video game Kung Fu Master 1984. And of course, this is Lou Dillon's debut. Fucking funny, man. They really thought that they were gonna get a kung fu movie from fucking Agnes Varda, right?
I mean, it is called Kung Fu Master. It is a little
Stupid
misleading.
kung fu.
Title is a little misleading.
That was a little misleading.
A little bit.
Yep. Andy for Brady, full 3 hour analysis coming soon. Yep. Your
And this is where you see the grandmas totally where they might have got wet back in some day.
yep. Yep. Exclusive Patreon video essays. The 3 hour analysis of 80 for Brady. And it's all read in like a very soft British Broadcasting Company voice, Brad. But
Great.
Brad, contrary to popular belief, my friends, I have never seen this film before, so I didn't pick this because I wanted Brad to watch this. Brad was just like, Brad at first picked this, and then he saw what it was about, and I said, "Ah, fuck it, let's go ahead and pick Kung Fu Master." So I'm going to go ahead and start this one off because I haven't been able to speak to Brad in like 3 days. Um, I'm going to go ahead and just throw it out right off the bat. The age difference thing is really fucking weird. Really weird. It's even weirder that this is Agnes' son and her best friend. So it's even weirder. But putting that completely aside, I thought this movie was fine. I think it has a bit of a pacing problem that I was like, it was hanging on for dear life for me to be able to like actually like freaking be interested in what's going on in most of this film. If anything, this movie just made me want to go watch Jane B by Anya's V. If anything, like I rather learn about Jane Birkin, instead of just watching this movie with Jane Birkin. Um, but I thought the film was like shot pretty nicely. Like whenever they go to that island, just the scenery is just so beautiful, and it's really beautiful to look at. And I was like in awe of that. But other than that, I've seen films do this type of story better before, and honestly, it just wasn't anything that surprised me in Agnes Varda's filmography. But Brad, what are your initial thoughts on Kung Fu Master?
The only film I can to Mama Tambian. That's
Yeah.
the only other film that I can think of, like in some regard. But those, right? Possibly.
What's up?
Those two are of an age, correct?
No. In Nito
Thought they
Mama
were.
También, the boys are 17 years old.
That close. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm conflicted with this movie. This is a very well shot, very well done movie. Pacing issue. I didn't really think there was much pacing issues to this, but I was more like, I guess I was more grasped on. I'm like, she gonna make her son do? No,
No. No, Brad. That's
just like I don't know. I'm very conflicted with this film because, like I said, it's very well shot, very well written, very well done overall. It's just the content of it is, it's kind of on that line of very taboo,
yeah.
and it makes you, it definitely makes you question. Definitely makes you like, because say the roles were reversed and we were watching a man try to do, with a young girl,
Yeah.
like that dude be in jail. Like that's how the
Yeah.
story would have ended. Him in jail, not her sitting on the front porch reading.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And it's like there are instances where Mary Jane knows that what's happening is wrong.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, of course.
The first time that Julian tries to kiss Mary Jane, she easily backs off,
Mhm.
and then she kisses him. Then he tries to kiss again, and she just like no, she doesn't want to do this. And later on,
Takes her to a hotel.
yeah, and it's like they're like I feel like what Agnes is trying to say is that this woman obviously lives a very sedimentary type of life. There's not much going on in this woman's life.
No.
She yearns for her days when she was young and she had this type of life, because she even tells Charlotte, that Lucy, that like oh, like what's it called, at this age you're supposed to be going after boys, and like you're supposed to be doing this, and you're gonna be what's it called, sneaking out of the house because you want to go see a boy. And it's like, and Lucy's kind of like, Mom, that's not what I'm into. It's like, I'd rather read books, and like I'm like really into books and stuff. And it's like she's kind of obsessed with like being able to continue her life through her daughter. And because that can happen, she kind of falls into this way of trying to get with one of her daughter's friends. And it's like, I don't think it's executed as well as maybe the script thinks it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I and also is pining for this young boy's love, and it's only mentioned once is she actually had kind of a romantic relationship when she was a young girl who was 20 something years
Yeah.
older than her, and it never went very far, but she liked that excitement and that attention.
Hmm.
And the thing that gets me with this is her tells her what to do in this situation. It's like, yeah, take the boy to the island. And it's like, oh, this is an Epstein moment. I, yeah, I don't. Then it's like, yeah, we'll both sleep in the sleeping bag. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't like show any. They didn't really
Oh
show
no.
anything. They showed like one scene that was like really fucking weird. But other than that,
Well, so like, okay, so
you
in
know,
the
it,
Wikipedia description, it says that Julian fondles her breast, but like
like
in the
he,
actual film, he kind of just puts his head into her chest and like
I
hugs
know.
her.
I think he sucked on some nipple there, sir.
I remember, and I saw how like he buries his face into her chest.
Uh huh. Suck on some nipple.
Well, right, but like it's kind of so I don't know if it's implied that they had sex, but he- Lucy
Well,
does
not at that
ask.
time sick,
Yeah,
but in the like
yeah,
and it goes into that they did on the island because they were there, and
yeah,
also they mentioned like they were gonna put her, they gonna maybe prosecute her.
yeah. Well,
Her
because
daughter is taken away by the husband.
yeah.
So in all, it doesn't directly say it, but because of everything that happened, you have to believe that yeah, they're they
Well,
kind
what's
of
even more wild is the ending. So obviously, what's it called? He beats the video game,
yeah.
tries to call Mary Jane and tell her the what's it called, and try to tell her like, hey, like I beat the video game. She doesn't answer. Her small daughter answers and says that like mom's not home, which probably means mom went to jail.
Yeah.
But then when this kid is asked at school, what's it called, like, hey, what's it called, ever been with a woman before, like older women? It's like, yeah, I got around with this one bitch.
Yeah, this one housewife with
Like,
small tits and was a bad
yeah,
lay. And I'm just like, yeah, that sounds like a 15-year-old piece of shit.
yeah, it's like
That
that.
15-year
That's
old is a piece of shit.
after thorough examination of the producers.
I mean,
It's like
like I get what the story is trying to do, but it is very on taboo territory. And I
taboo
get what
territory, and
Anya's
just not as executed as well as it could
no,
be.
like E2 Mama Tambien is probably like premier execution
Yeah, yeah,
right there. Um in my eyes. That's probably those are in similar realms. That's probably the better film. Is this a good film? I think it's a good film. I just think its content is you know, not for the faint of heart to say like going into
Yeah,
this, especially calling it Kung Fu Master. You're
yeah.
going to confuse some people.
And like, and yeah, and I ultimately, like, I think that this is well made and everything, and obviously there's something that's trying to be said here, but I did have a problem with the pacing. I had a problem with just some of the characters, like just the way that some of these, like, what's it called, characters are just delegated to just be like
I
certain
feel like
on-screen
yeah,
presences, and
I feel like the daughter's kind of a throwaway character throughout
yeah.
this film. Didn't have
But
much to
even
do.
then, at a young age, Charlotte Gainsbourg was a incredible
Oh yeah,
presence on the screen and commanding presence.
yeah. Agree.
Like her career, and
But
also just how much she took from Jane, bro. Like how much she resembles Birkin, dude. Like it's wild. Like damn, yeah, that is your mom. Like that's your mom. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm like, what the hell does this movie have to do with pandas? But I
nothing.
don't, nothing, absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
There was no panda. I checked. Nothing.
yeah. But I mean, ultimately, I was just kind of left like, oh, this, it's like it's fine. It's nothing special. I've seen better from Agnes, and this just made me want to just go watch Jane B by Agnes V. That's all I wanted. That's what I wanted to do after watching this one. And
I mean,
yeah,
I gotta like. We sit here kind of trashing it a little. Honestly, Agnes does tell a good story, and
yeah,
her directing. Like this is it's a well made movie,
yeah,
but the content's questionable, and you have pacing issues. I didn't have much pacing
yeah.
issues with it, but I think that was what I was about to see on the fucking screen and see if FBI would show up. So
Ladies and gentlemen, we got her. Two stairs, not
Chris
one
I don't
scene
need Chris
between.
Hansen kicking in the door going, did you watch Agnes Verda movie? I'm just like, I don't
Mm,
fucking God.
yeah,
Roll made me do it.
I picked it. I didn't know what it was about.
Just plead ignorance.
You know, hey man, what's it called?
Hey, if we go down the whole Criterion channel, it's going down.
Yep, it's going down, bro. But either way, Brad, what is going to be your final verdict on this? On Kung Fu Master.
I mean, I'm just
You got it or
you,
not?
did you hear me? I said it.
No, I think you cut out, bro.
Fuck. 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Um, oof, man, I'm going lower, Brad. I'm going. I'm giving. I'm gonna go ahead and give Kung Fu Master a 6 out of 10, y'all. Um, yeah, I just ultimately I felt like I was grasping at nothing here, even though there's a lot that's probably being said. I felt like I'm getting more questions and answers, and ultimately I just felt like this wasn't the best of Anya's work, and this is my least favorite of her work. So, but they all can be winners, y'all. But we do appreciate you for sticking around for this review of Kung Fu Master. I gotta get to decorating my Christmas tree after this. But
Aiden says zero
so
out of 10. No kung fu. Very misleading.
yeah, I know. I was expecting to enter the dragon. Yeah. So, without further ado, thank you all so much for listening, and of course, we would like to thank everybody who was in chat. So, Kylie, Stacy, Aiden, and yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much. Of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and you leave a like on this video. Also, don't forget to click that beautiful notification bell when you subscribe, because then you're not going to get an alert whenever we post something when we're going live. So please go ahead and do that. Also, if you're on a podcast platform like Apple Podcasts and you're listening to this, go ahead and drop a 5-star review because it helps us out a lot. And of course, once we get to 150, we can submit this show for uh, tomato meter approval. So it would be really nice if we could do that. Of course, we want to thank our Patreon supporters. Patrons, go ahead and please look up at the on your Patreon inboxes. I think we believe we sent the note already, but yeah, some stuff are is changing to the Patreon. So some tiers are being deleted, some tiers are being what's it called revamped. So just go and check that out over at patreon.com/thenerdcore. And of course, because it's still December, we still have an executive producer to thank, Brad. We want to thank our executive producer Shane.
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/Twitter at thriftedil, or go buy something from the Suppy God at Prison City Vintage.
Nice. Then you can get review bombed. 100% we can get review bombed. Yeah.
Review bombed.
If you would like to, what's it called? Go check out the Patreon. Of course, the patreon.com/nerdcore. THENERD and CRPS. And of course, check out all those tiers. We got as low as $1 and we got as high as 100. You don't have to do 100, but it would very much be appreciated if you do. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get out of here, Brad. I have to decorate a Christmas tree. And Brad, I don't know what he's gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure you're set to watch Tar, because that's our next review on Thursday. We're gonna look at Todd Field's Tar, and yeah, Brad, I'm excited to see what your thoughts are on that. One of my favorite movies of this year. But Brad, let's go ahead and set them out.
All right, all those who join us in the chat. Thank you to all our listeners out there, all our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And in this episode, all I gotta say is, 18.
I'm gonna guess you say Young Yoda out because you cut out.
Yeah, Young Yoda out. What? I don't know what the fuck's wrong with my internet.